Hey, here we are. Welcome in to the Papa Drew live stream. We have an exciting and informational live stream for you today. Now, we're not going to say what the thumbnail was because this platform is kind of frowning on that and they're not really promoting that. So we're not going to put that in the chat today. We're not really going to talk about that as in a word, but we are going to talk about what it is and how you can make yourself, your family, and what you need to be safe. So we have a guest backstage. We're going to bring him on. You all know him. You all love him. You laugh every time you've seen him. He's been to Uranus and had fun going there. Here he is. He's laughing backstage. So we're gonna bring him on right now. There he is.
How's it going?
Hey, Dustin, how you doing?
I'm dying.
What an intro.
Yeah, that's awesome. You should be a promoter, man.
You know, we just do it with a little bit of flair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's Papa Drew style. I worked all day. It's been a long day at work. I love it, though. Give me some more of that stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. It's good to see everybody in the chat tonight, too.
Yeah, thanks, everybody, for coming in. We've got some really good information. Now, Dustin's going to tell you guys a little bit about his background that he has, and the reason why he's on the show is because I am not a medic. I made holes. I didn't fix holes. Dustin fixed holes. So we're going to have Dustin go ahead and explain his background, and he's going to bring a lot of validity to what we're going to talk about tonight. So go ahead, Dustin.
Yeah, and it probably would have been better if you could have found like a doctor or a nurse or something. But I was a medic in the Army for 20 years, and well, I say medic, but as you grow in the military, once you grow in rank, you start going more into like the administrative leadership type stuff and dealing with issues like we're dealing with in this country right now as leaders of hospitals and medical organizations. So the later portion of my career in the military was more on the administrative side and the logistics of dealing with things like this in a hospital setting. And then after I retired, I was an administrator for a civilian hospital for a couple of years at pretty close to a senior level, the director level. So we've dealt with stuff like this all the time. We've dealt with all the big name viruses and stuff. I don't really want to name all those because I don't want to take a hit on your on your YouTube stuff, because like you said, people who are using these keywords in their thumbnails and tags and titles it's either those videos are being demonetized or they're not being suggested to viewers to watch. So We'll try to keep that out of the conversation.
Right. That's why I got creative with the thumbnail. What'd you think? Was that funny?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
I mean, it was creative, right? Did everybody get that in the thumbnail? I hope.
I felt like what was that old game show where you used to show the pictures and you had to like put them all together to make the whole phrase? Yeah. That's pretty cool.
It's usually on the back of remember those Red Snap beers or whatever?
We had one of those in Houston, and it has the little game on the cap. It's cool.
Yeah. That's kind of where I got the idea from. That's just my creative side. So we're going to talk about what's going on, but first, we had a lot of school closures here in Southern California. Both of my kids and my wife, if everybody doesn't know, my wife is a vice principal to an all-girls Catholic school here in Southern California. Her school closed down. My 14-year-old school has closed down, and has now all closed down. That is going to be a really big problem for people who don't have a lot of income to take care of those kids. It's going to be a big impact on them. And I hope as a community in the United States, we can come together and maybe help those kind of people out, because they're really going to need it here.
Yeah. And we did a video yesterday. Well, we just came out this morning. We actually filmed that yesterday afternoon. I worked on editing that yesterday afternoon, and it posted this morning. And just from the time that we filmed it to the time it posted, a lot changed. And now from the time it has posted till now, even more has changed.
Right. And I think that there's a lot of them going on, and there's a lot of fear out there about what's going on. And I want to try and help ease everybody's mind. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we're getting a little carried away. And I think that the Well, let me just give you a little. I have a prop. I want to bring out a prop right now
Can't wait.
to kind of does have no idea what's coming, but I want to bring out a prop to kind of deal with this. And really,
That's gold,
why
dude.
is everybody
I wouldn't be
affording
flashing that
this?
kind of cash.
I mean, this is like gold right now. It really it comes out the nose, not this end. So why in the heck is everybody buying this stuff? I don't understand. We're going to talk a
Here's
little
the
bit about
deal,
that.
you're more likely to die in the car on the way to buy toilet paper than you are to die of the coronavirus. I just said the wrong word, but anyway, we'll try. Yeah, CD.
I just don't
CD.
understand.
We'll call it CD.
I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. So from being in the Marine Corps, Dustin, you were in the Army, we had different levels of mop gear. And we had mop 0 through 4, right? So
Super
we see you're out in the middle of 120-degree heat running around at mop level 4. But for the people that weren't in the military, they don't understand what mop levels are and what they're used for. And I think now might be a good time because the CDC, and I'm going to give some websites out here that are going to direct you to some really good information that's factual information. I don't want to direct everybody to like scaring and buying all this stuff up. I want to get some real facts out there and some real stuff. So in the military, we had mop level gear, right? The masks that you're buying, the CDC is only really recommending those if you're seeing sick people or actually flying in an airplane. And the masks that only work, I think, are the N95 masks, which are real hard to get. And they only work if they stay on your face.
Exactly. And if they're not fitted properly, they won't work properly either. I mean, even in the medical field, we had to be fit tested for N95 masks to make sure that there were no areas where airflow could get through.
Right. And in the Marine Corps, we took that. We didn't have M90 or N95 masks. We used full gas masks. And what that does is it protects your head, your eyes, your ears, every orifice you have on your face. For all you that don't know what an orifice is, go look at Dustin's Uranus video. It'll protect all your orifices, right? And that's a full-on gas mask. And that's really if you want to get down into mop level. I think that's mop level 2 actually. 0 is nothing. 1 is you're going to be putting on your chem suit, which is a bodysuit and your boots, and then mop level 2 is going to be you're going to don your gas mask and put that on, and then mop level 3 you're starting to put on your gloves, and then mop level 4 you're fully those are the people you see that are actually dealing with the virus at the hospitals and stuff. They're considered probably mop level 4.
Yeah, they have different words for it in the civilian world, but it's equivalent. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I just did is really bad, right? I touched my face, right? I just touched my nose because I had an itch. I play with my goatee all the time. I adjust my thing. All that kind of stuff is stuff you don't want to be doing you don't want to be doing. You don't want to be touching your face and adjusting your glasses and doing all that kind of stuff unless you just washed your hands. And Dustin, what's the proper way of washing your hands?
Well, you're supposed to like sing the happy birthday song twice while you're washing your hands. If you get through the whole happy birthday song twice, that's long enough.
Right. 20 seconds.
Yeah. Some of you need to sing it 3 times.
You want to sing it for us real quick?
All the really dirty people.
So we're going to try and give you some good tips here. So I got a lot of the information right off of the CDC website, and it's www.ready.org/pandemic. And here's some stuff that you might not have thought about. I don't know, Dustin, you said you were doing some research and stuff. See, I just touched my face again. So what they're recommending is have a store of probably 2 weeks food supply of water and food.
And beer, whiskey.
And beer, because you're going to get bored. Food, you should probably have about 2,000 calories a day.
Yeah, that's what they say. But for some people out there, taking about 3,000-4,000.
Yeah, like me, I need like 6,000 or 7,000 calories because I like to keep my girlish figure. Water, you should drink 1 gallon of water per person per day to stay hydrated. I don't drink that much water.
Yeah, I think they say 8 cups, something like that, at least.
Yeah.
I drink water
periodically. Now, here's the thing that people probably have forgot, right? Because it's going crazy out there. People are clearing out shelves. My wife had a heck of a time buying groceries today. She finally just called me and said, order pizza.
Yeah, we haven't
Um,
really needed that yet. We're in Baton Rouge, Louisiana right now, and well, when this thing started really kicking off, we were still over in East Texas, over in Beaumont, and now we're over in Louisiana, and we really haven't seen an influx in like shortage of supplies yet where we are.
okay. In California, it's nuts. It's always been nuts here, but it's getting more nuts.
Yeah,
These people are just, they're hoarding everything. Lines that go around Costco twice around the building.
that's crazy, man.
It's just crazy, man. And there's no need for that right now. Um, so here's a tip: periodically check your regular prescription drugs and ensure you have a continuous supply of those. Because if it really does go south here, you're going to want to make sure that you have all your crazy pills. Don't add to the situation that's going on out there, you know.
For
And
sure.
yeah, so make sure you guys you're getting your crazy pills and all your other drugs that you need. Stock up on that and make sure you know where to get them. Um, have any non-prescription drugs on hand, including like pain relievers, stomach remedies,
Oh,
cough
you're
and
talking about
cold
like
medicine.
recreational.
Well, that could be helpful too. Out here, you're allowed to grow that, but um, stomach remedies, cough and cold medicines, flu, electrolytes. Right now, it's hard to find water, but Gatorade is still well available to find. I don't know what the shelf life is on that, but Gatorade is a great
Forever.
source of one, calories, and two, hydration. I don't know what the militaries teach you guys over there. I didn't go over to Iraq, so what did they tell you to do over there?
We were drinking just a ton of water. We
Just a
really
ton of water.
courses to get Gatorade. And we did toward the later deployments, but the early deployments, it was like, I mean, it was even rationed. We had the 2 bottles of water a day, and we were
Yeah,
about to die on there. So,
yeah, it's 140 degrees here. Drink this.
and the water is sitting outside in pallets, so the water's like 140 degrees,
Right.
pretty warm. We used to actually take our bottles of water and put it inside of a wet sock and hang it on the mirrors when we were driving, so the air would cool off the water enough to be able to
Yeah,
tolerate. Yeah. Same with the
that's a
IVs.
pro tip. That's the pro tip. If the power goes out, you can always take your sock, wet it down, and stick your water bottles in the socks and hang them. Not recommending doing that because maybe somebody come by and steal your socks. Um, get copies and maintain electronic versions of all your health records, people, your doctors, your prescriptions, and all that stuff. Make sure you have copies of all that stuff because you're going to want to need it, especially if this thing goes south, which I don't think it's going to. I think everybody's hyping this thing up more than it needs to be. Here's one that people might not have thought of. Talk with your family members and your loved ones and find out what care they might need. You might need to bring them into your house, especially if they run out of toilet paper. They might have to come over to your house and use your toilet paper. So
Yeah.
you might want to check in on that and make some notes and just start getting ready for that kind of stuff. Do you want to talk about how to avoid contracting this and spreading this to each other?
Well, I mean, the basic thing is wash your hands and stay away from big crowds of people. But I mean, this thing, I mean, the symptoms of this thing is a little bit worse than a flu, but it's not spreading nearly as fast as the flu does. I mean, we're talking about only a few thousand cases of the one that's going around now. We're talking about the flu. The flu killed 12,000 people last year.
Yep.
The regular flu.
Right.
You know,
And this is like not killing 12,000 people.
it's killed
And
like
we're
50.
Yeah, and we're all running around buying all the toilet paper and all the freaking cough drops we can get our hands on, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's pretty insane to me. But I don't know. And if you look up all of the like communicable diseases that start in different countries, just last year alone there were over 70 that originated overseas and were spread either into the United States, even just minutely, few cases here and there. But just to give you a reference, this one that is out now is not like it's not like a crazy thing that never happens. 70 last year in 2019 alone.
Right.
They die fast a lot of times. This one's picked up a little bit of momentum, but um, you you probably haven't heard any cases of like a normal middle-aged healthy person catching this and dying from it.
No, there are actually people recovering from it.
Yeah, the people who are going to have the serious issues are people who already have underlying health issues, or people who have immune compromised systems. For example, my stepfather is a survivor of pancreatic cancer. He's been through several rounds of chemo. He's the kind of person that doesn't want to leave the house. He's the kind of person that when loved ones come over to see him, they got to take all kinds of precautions to come see him because his immune system is compromised. He's at a higher risk for not only contracting the issue, but his mortality percentage is way higher than normal average 40-year-old dude like me.
Right. Oh, well, I'm at a higher risk because I smoke and I'm like 3 tons of fun.
Yeah.
What is Leslie laughing over there?
He's laughing in the background over here.
I just dropped my phone, damn it. So it's because I like cake. So avoid touching your eyes and touching your mouth, just kind of like what we talked about. You want to stay at least 3 to 4 feet away from people right now because it's spread through the air through droplets is what it is. You're not going to inhale, like it's not going to come through the vents of your house. People are out there buying all kinds of crazy stuff and people are making money hand over fist on this. And it's ridiculous. It really is. So, everybody take it down a notch, take a deep breath, stop buying all the freaking toilet paper, and let's just, go on with our lives here. They're saying too, practice good health, get a lot of sleep. It helps your immune system, washing your hands, just basic hygiene. I mean, we shouldn't have to tell people how to wash their freaking hands. It's 2020.
Yeah, and like I said in the video that we put out this morning, because I was in the healthcare profession and Leslie was also, we were washing our hands way before it was cool, man.
It's just, if somebody's not washing your hands, just point them out. Hey, you're not washing your hands. Ew.
Yeah.
Peer pressure these people. You're nasty. Go away. You're nasty. All right. So we talked about the N95 mask. We know that unless they're really fitted, because I have a video of me flying over to Mississippi, and it was just hilarious seeing everybody coming on the plane with masks on their face. And then half the people, when you turned around, the mask was around their neck. Like it was a faction statement.
It's not doing any good.
No, it's like a scarf. It's like, so what are you doing with this? Cleaning supplies. Let's talk about that for a second. You know what the best cleaning supply to use is, and it's really cheap and nobody's hoarding it right now?
Water.
How about bleach? Just go buy yourself some bleach. Yeah, I know you can't use bleach on everything in your house, but you can scrub your floors with it if you have hardwood floors. Or tiles, not hardwood, but tiles. You can put it on all your doorknobs, which is what they're recommending. You can wipe down your doors. You can use it on the bathroom and clean your bathroom and sanitize it. You can go get soap.
Yeah.
There's an idea with some disinfectant in it. Buy that and mop the house and clean. I mean, we're not in the dark ages.
Yeah, and don't be surprised if you don't see a slight influx in just like the common cold going around this year because all the hand sanitizer that people are using. I mean, it's good. If you can't wash your hands, washing your hands is the best. But the hand sanitizer, if you use it too often, you're killing good bacteria also. So those bacteria that fight off bad bacteria, you're killing all bacteria on your hands, which leaves you more susceptible to pick up those little like common cold particles and stuff.
Right. So just wash your hands. It's just common. It's just like what your mama told you. You wash your hands before dinner. You wash your hands before you go to bed. Just
Yeah.
take showers, people.
Yeah.
Please. I
And
stand next to half of you.
Howie Mandel is doing he's always been doing the fist bump, but the fist bump's like the new thing now for the handshake.
Or the elbow bump.
Yeah, the
Get that
elbow.
elbow in there. Yeah. Just make sure you hit elbow to elbow, because if you miss, you could knock
Yeah.
somebody out and knock out their teeth.
Yeah. Yeah. And someone in the chat mentioned that, yeah, it's kind of hard to tell right now because there's a lack of testing kits. It's hard to tell real stats and numbers of how many people have contracted this and how it's going on. But here's the deal: there's going to be a lot of people who get this, get a little sick, and get better, and never even know they had it.
Yep. And it's going to spread a lot more before it gets better. But this is like the flu. So there's going to be like a flu season for this. And hopefully what they're doing by putting all the kids out of school and everything, other than inconveniencing everybody, is stop the spread of it or slow it down enough so they can get ahead of it, so they can get the test kits out and they can start working on the vaccines for this stuff. Because they do have flu vaccines, so they will have a vaccine for this eventually.
Yeah.
That's my
And
prediction.
I think all the leaders of these organizations and sporting venues and all this stuff, I don't think they all necessarily believe this is going to be a big deal. It's just they feel the pressure from everybody else. I mean, you almost have to file suit, or else you're the guy who's trying to spread it.
Right.
So
Right.
so you gotta get on the bandwagon.
But I want to do a prediction right now, and I'm going to say it right here first on Papa Drew's RV. I think the birth rate is going to go up, and I'll tell you why. They canceled all the sporting events, and now husbands actually have to pay attention to their wives.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of bored people out there, and they're going to start making kids. We're going to have another baby boom here real soon.
We just got to find another way to entertain ourselves, and yeah, I'll bet on anything, man. You find a couple of ants rolling down the sidewalk. Well, we'll figure out a way to make it competitive.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Everybody just needs to calm down. Everybody just needs to chill out a little bit, practice some common sense, and just have fun with it. You not have fun with it, but have fun with your life. Live your life. Don't live in fear, but take precautions and don't be a knucklehead. You
Yeah,
know?
that's what we talked about on our video this morning. Is we're gonna keep doing what we're doing until there's a reason to not do that. And right now, we don't see that there's a reason to change anything that we're doing. Of course, our situation's a little bit different, and I know there's other people out there who are in the same boat. Our daughter goes to school off my GI Bill, so her full-time student status is based on her going to school full-time, and it's reduced by a percentage if they take it to like an online issue, or if they sit down to school completely. Some or a lot of that funding would get cut off, which um, that's what lets us live this lifestyle. The full-time RV life is those bills are paid for, so that could definitely impact us. We just heard today, after our video posted, actually our daughter contacted us and said they're going to go ahead and move her school stuff to the online, but we just don't know how that's going to work yet with VA and with the GI Bill and going to school, because um, she didn't choose to be an online student. So for
Right.
those students who chose to be online students who can live at home, that's why they get a lesser percentage of like housing and living allowances. But if you want to be a full-time and you're enrolled as a full-time student, you're kind of forced into that online thing. We're kind of waiting to see from the VA and from the Army to see if and when that's going to change and how much it's going to impact us. That's going to dictate our travel plan, probably.
Yeah, and here's another way to look at this. We have a lot of people like Diary of a Family who are full time with their kids, and they homeschool their kids.
Yeah,
This
so you're
might be a good time to actually get into full time RVing with your kids, because if they're going to be at home anyway, getting schooled over the internet or over the computer or whatever, maybe you take that leap and go full time now and hit the road and go explore. And they're already at home anyway, so what are you going to do? You know?
Yeah, and you can really seclude yourself pretty well out here on the road. I mean, we're in an RV park, but we're way on the front end of the RV park, and so we're like on the very end. We're not around a lot of RVs. We have one that's even close proximity to us, and the guys hardly ever around. So I mean, that's just for this week, and we'll see what happens when we go But the next couple of stops we're staying on military installations, so that should be a little more restricted access. So we won't have to really worry about general public in RV campgrounds for the next several weeks for us.
Can you do me a favor? Can you hit the PX store and buy a lot of toilet paper and send it to me?
Yeah, I'll ship it over to you.
I will do a video of me standing on the curb undercutting Costco.
Yeah. You selling it out front?
Yeah, selling out front of Costco. Yeah, I'll do a video on that. Absolutely. I bet you that'd go viral. So does anybody in the chat right now? I know we have 29 people, 29 awesome viewers in the house right now to listen to Dustin and myself. And does anybody have any questions or concern? We have a real life medic who is awesome with a great personality right here. He's got a good smile, nice teeth. He's willing to answer your questions. Do we have any questions for Dustin while we're in here? Let's go ahead and hit them.
Yeah, New Horizons said next YouTuber giveaway is toilet paper giveaway. I was in Thin Blue Lane's live chat earlier, and I commented on there. I said the next YouTuber that does a giveaway and gives away toilet paper is just gonna blow up. They're gonna get a ton of subscribers.
Yeah, that's what it is. So MREs and toilet paper. Here's a pro tip. If you eat the MRE peanut butter, you won't need toilet paper. I'll guarantee that.
Wagosaurus males in here. With the Wagosaurus. Yeah, hopefully this deal doesn't cause the Wagosaurus to go extinct.
RV parks and stuff. Are you seeing any I don't see a lot of concerns with RV parks. I mean, we're not usually on top of each other. You can stay in your RV. I mean, the RV would probably be the best prepping device going on out there because you can move out of the way of this thing and get into a safe zone. It's got contained water. It's got a refrigerator. You got enough spot to put your beer and your peanut butter. So
yeah, you can roll to like a safe place, where the least amount of cases are and stuff. Like, who would have thought Alabama's on that list right now? Roll Tide, huh? I don't know how they're staying away from the deal.
They're just not reporting it because they don't want to scare everybody in Alabama.
Well, you have to be able to read and write to be able to report, I guess.
Whoa. If you're from Alabama, I will put his email address will be in the link below. So please send him the mail. I didn't say that.
Yeah, but we have heard of some like state park and other park closings. I was talking to Jerry from Galleon Adventures, and he sent me a link. I'm going to throw that up right here on the deal now. But this is from Campendium, and they have a list of state by state closings for campsites and state parks. And as far as I know, this is as up to date as we have it right now. But check back on there, and they might update that as it progresses too.
Okay. We got a notice today. I did an email, and the state parks for California, they're not closing any of them now, but they did close the zoo, which is a travesty. They are limiting all buildings now to 50 people and pools. So that's really going to put a damper on the swimming aerobics when there's only 50 people in there.
I know. I was looking forward to doing some synchronized swimming.
I was looking forward to filming you.
I guess the Speedo is gonna have to wait for a couple months.
So, I mean, don't panic. The sky's not falling. We're not over here, and it's not to that stage yet. But just be smart about what you're doing. Wash your hands. Stay a distance away from each other. If you want to go buy the mask because it makes you feel better, it's kind of like that whoopee when you had a kid. It's a blanket. Go buy the mask. I mean, if it makes you feel warm and fuzzy. But do me a favor. If you're going to buy the mask, at least draw something on the front of it, like your tongue sticking out or one tooth missing or something. Draw something on the front of it to make it entertaining for the rest of us.
Yeah. We haven't really ran into any issues yet. We were actually out today in Baton Rouge exploring again. We've been out for the last 3 days in downtown Baton Rouge, and we haven't had any issues to where they're like, you can't come in or you can't visit. As a matter of fact, yesterday we were in the Louisiana State Capitol. They still had school field trips going on, lots of kids in there. The House was still in session. The Senate had recessed for the weekend, but the House was still in session. So it was a normal day business in the state capitol in Louisiana yesterday. So we're just going to keep going to places until people tell us we can't do it anymore.
Exactly. And do you feel comfortable going to places?
Sure, yeah. I mean, we wash our hands, and then every time we have an issue or touch something, we'll pop into the bathroom, wash our hands, try not to touch our face. We've had a cold over the past week. Leslie and I both have had a cold. I think I passed it on to. We hung out with the Brazen Brits, Lawrence and Natalie, and I think we got them sick. Because at first I thought it was just a sinus deal. Because we showed up in Beaumont, had the sinus thing, and I was thinking, man, the allergies are just terrible over here in East Texas, and I had a little bit of a drainage and stuff. But I was like, after about a day and a half, I felt pretty good. So I was like, well, it's not anything serious, just a sinus deal or allergies or whatever. So we went to hang out with them. We hung out with them for like 2 days, and then as soon as they left to go to their next destination, they sent me a message saying, "Hey, thanks for getting me sick, guy."
My Great Dane is
Yeah.
doing zoomies in the house, and our house is really small, so she's running up and down.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But it's just a cold. We're good. We're safe.
We don't need to. Do we need to send you toilet paper?
No, we're actually over it now. We wouldn't have went out and explored out to like state capitals and stuff like that if we weren't feeling better and feeling like we weren't contagious anymore. Because even you sneeze or cough or anything, I mean, even if you get a tickle in your throat, it has nothing to do with anything, and you cough or sneeze, people are like, freaking out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my daughter had the flu, and she was at school coughing and stuff, and she was coming back saying the teacher was giving her a hard time.
Yeah.
And I don't think that was right either. I get it that everybody's like freaking out and stuff, but I think we just all need to take it down a notch. Ken, I saw a question came back, and that's the LA Zoo that's closed down, not the San Francisco Zoo. So
that's funny. Mel and Nettie are on, and they asked if I could wear my poop emoji hat. When we were there visiting them in San Antonio, they got me this poop emoji hat. So they said next time I go out just shopping for toilet paper, I gotta wear my poop emoji hat.
I'd like to know where they got that, because I absolutely would love to get one of those.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So there are people like Slow Momentum driving all over the place, live streaming, and I watch his live stream, and I don't see people like. I see people out walking around and doing their thing when he's out filming live all over the place.
Yeah.
I live in downtown Long Beach. There's people out all over the place. You wouldn't tell that, there are people running all over the place out here like normal.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't go lick any banisters.
No, I definitely wouldn't do that. And it just, and I mean, you got to treat it just like these are things you should be doing every day, not just because we're having an issue right now, But people, what? That's crazy.
Gabriella.
One would think that you would wash your hands every day.
Yeah.
At least, and take a shower and not lick banisters.
Leslie went and got the hat for me. There we go.
Folks, only you can get quality content like this on Papa Drew's RV. Remember, his email address will be below. So if you want to email him and get action shots of him around the RV with the poop emoji, I want Dustin to go out and drain the black tank while wearing the poop emoji hat. Who wants to see that? Type 1 in the chat.
Actually, it's due to be dumped right now. I was just collecting some gray water to flush the lines out through. So I'm gonna go dump it with the poop emoji hat on. That'll be pretty funny. Everybody's voting for it.
Everyone wants to see you in a video with the poop emoji. You know what? Have Leslie wear that when you're backing up the RV.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to rock the poop emoji hat on one of our videos. I think people will get a kick out of that. So thank you, Mel and Nettie, for hooking me up with the poop emoji hat. It's I didn't know it would be so relevant this quickly. Yeah, there you go. All right, go this way. Oh man, that's funny.
Anyway, so has anybody out there experienced any lack of crowds and like weird stuff going on? I know when I was flying over to Mississippi, we were going through TSA screening. I turned around and this guy was wearing a full-on gas mask. The Russian kind with the big freaking, and I wish I could have filmed in there, but I was with the TSA and I didn't want to do that because I would have whipped out a camera. Absolutely. I turned around, this guy's like freaking wearing this. I don't get it.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures of people with like the Walmart shopping bags over their faces. That's real smart. Well, at least Darwin will weed out those folks anyway. Did I just say that live?
I did. It's on my channel.
My email will be in the description below. You can send all the hate mail to me.
I can't edit that. We got 28 in the house. Hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed and you want more good content like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed to Wayward Wags, I highly recommend you subscribing over to Wayward Wags. They do a great job.
I just had a couple go over there and unsubscribe. I've been talking trash about all kinds of different things, Alabamas and Darwinian award winners and all kinds of cool stuff.
So, any other tips while you were thinking? You said you did a lot of research. Anything else you got over there that you might find useful for these guys?
A lot of the research I did was just on, statistics about how likely you are to contract this deal, and then even if you do contract it, how less likely you are for it to be a fatal situation. So if you're healthy, you're going to be okay. I mean, you're looking at, and I was joking earlier, but it's true. You're more likely to die in the car on the way to buy toilet paper than you are to die of this virus. And fitting in with the toilet paper theme, diarrhea worldwide killed over 800,000 people last year. This virus is not going to come anywhere close to that. I don't believe.
It doesn't give you diarrhea. It's like the flu.
I'm just saying, diarrhea kills more people than this, and this has nothing to do with toilet paper. So the people who are dying of diarrhea have no toilet paper now. Because all the people who are freaked out, I don't understand what the first rationale behind that product was. Like, why that? Why not water? Why not food, canned food? Why not dried goods? Why not something else? Why? I could understand if it was a symptom.
Yeah, I could get that too. I mean, if it was running out that end, I could understand buying toilet paper. Yeah. But it's coming out of your nose. It's not coming out of your. I don't get it. I mean, unless they're feared that they're going to get stuck in the house for 14 days, and they. Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. I just don't understand. People just lose it, I think.
Yeah.
I think all rationale goes out the window with the bathwater, and people just start getting nuts.
Yeah.
And I blame a lot of the media too for hyping this up more than it really is. And it's just for ratings. I think is what they're doing. I mean, it's serious, and I'm not trying to downplay it at all. I get that, but I don't think it's at the level of, oh my God, we're all going to freaking, dinosaurs are going to come back and rule the world. I don't think it's at that level.
And now it's getting serious because now they're pushing back NASCAR and baseball. Now it's getting real.
You might have to have conversations with women.
Yeah.
Leslie's going to come over and kill me.
Yeah.
She's going to hit me.
Have a conversation with him.
But no, I was.
What'd she say? I heard something.
She's over there talking junk.
She said I'm going to have a conversation with him about that.
She's over there talking.
Yeah, I heard her.
Yeah. No, but I was in the healthcare industry during some other big ones. The swines and the birds and the those kinds of issues that came out, and those killed way more people in relation to what we're dealing with now. So I'm not sure who picked out this issue and goes, this is an issue. I don't know who pushed that button.
I'm trying to hear what she's saying.
She ain't gonna get on camera though. She's all ready for bed.
She ain't gonna get on camera. Okay, I'll stop. Yeah, I mean it's nuts. You know, I think that RVs are a great prepping tool. I'm going to go out tomorrow and I'm be honest. I'm going to go put a bunch of gas in the RV. I'm going to go make sure that the water tanks are topped off. Not that we drink out of our RV, but you know, we wash dishes and stuff out of that and take showers and stuff.
Yeah, you can filter that water.
Huh?
You can always filter that water.
I wouldn't drink out of that RV. You haven't seen my RV.
Well, you've had several black tank incidences. So yeah, I'd probably be careful on that.
Yeah. Well, we've kept the white and the black tank. We've kept them separate. You
don't want to mix those. You can't undo that.
No. But I'm not drinking out of that. God knows who. I mean, it was a rental, so who knows who had it before I did. So we're not drinking out of that. We use bottled water and stuff. We'll teach you how to boondock. Yeah.
I just drink bourbon and just to be on the safe side.
Tequila.
I'm not taking any chances.
I don't remember boondocking, but I just remember waking up in the desert laying on my face.
That's like a normal Saturday, isn't it?
It pretty much. So, I mean, I just don't. Let me share. Let's see if can I share a screen here? Let's do this. Did that come up on StreamYard?
It changed the view.
What did it do? Did that share? Oh, here we go. Did that show up? This is where you need to go to get information, everybody, for what's going on. Did that not show up?
I didn't see anything.
Okay, let's see if we can fix that. Oh, you know what? Share screen. Here we go. Sorry. Google Chrome and share. Click here and share. There we go. That should come up.
Yeah.
Is that coming up now?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So this is where you need to go to get information. It's ready.gov. And this will walk you through. It's got really good information. It's got health records on how to do all that stuff. It tells you exactly what you need to avoid everything, like Papa Drew. And this is where you should go to get a ton of information. It's a good resource, and it's a government website that works.
Cool.
So that's about it.
Have you experienced any price gouging issues over there in California?
Yes.
Gas, TP, food.
Yeah, toilet paper for an 18 roll is going for like $25 to $35.
Dang.
That's what I'm saying. If you send it to me, I'll go out in the corner and I'll sell it at just a little bit above regular market price, and I'll split it with you.
Well, we got to get something going here.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like firewood at quartzsite. Bottled water has gone through the roof. For 18 pack of bottled water is going for $36. We're talking water. It comes out of the sink.
Yeah.
You put it in a bottle.
That's insane because we haven't seen any price differences. Of course, we're over in Louisiana. But actually, today was the lowest price that we've paid for diesel since we started full-time. We paid $2.19 a gallon today for diesel.
Our gas is going down. It's at $3.50, I think, today for a gallon of gas, which is nuts. But you're getting normal pricing out where you are. You're not getting gouging.
You also got to take into consideration that we're pretty close to a lot of refineries.
Okay.
In Houston, Galveston, Baton Rouge area, there's lots of fuel refineries. So they don't really have to ship it too far. So that's another reason why it's probably a little bit cheaper. But we just, in the midst of all this, I really wasn't expecting gas to be cheaper.
Right. Well, I heard that they bought a lot of strategic reserves today. They filled up and topped off all the strategic reserves and stuff today for gas. So, I mean, they're treating it pretty serious, but I just don't think it's at that level. The Traveling Pisces, which are awesome people. If you ever get a chance to meet them, I highly recommend going to hang out with them.
Yeah, I saw
They
you.
just got gas at $1.79 down there in
Diesel?
Texas. Huh?
Diesel?
No, regular
Oh.
gas. They're driving a Class C with a 450 with the big
Okay.
V10 in it.
They're in Galveston, so I wonder. Hey, Traveling Pisces, are you guys headed? Which direction you guys headed? You guys headed east or west?
I think they're heading out towards the way you're going. They're
Right.
moving down. Yeah, they're moving down. They ran away from me, and now they're heading towards you,
Cool.
which is
Well,
probably smart.
we'll be in New Orleans next week. I think Biloxi, Gulfport the week after that, then headed over to Mobile, Alabama, and then over to Fort Walton Beach, Florida for a couple of weeks. So we're skirting the Gulf Coast. Hopefully gas prices will stay pretty good for us down here. Weather's been awesome
Yeah,
down here. So
it's
that's
been
nice.
raining here in California like cats and dogs. We had flash flood warnings here in Cali.
Wow. But we haven't seen price gouging, so that's good for us. Not so good for you.
Yeah, we're seeing price gouging like crazy, even on Amazon and stuff. In the comments, people were mentioning if you even go on Amazon and look up the price of bottled water on Amazon, it's through the roof. And rubber gloves. So this is going to really affect the RV industry, and I'll tell you why. Unless you're crazy, I put gloves on when I touch the stinky slinky.
Absolutely.
So now you're going to have to go out and buy $300 pair of rubber gloves you're going to use once to empty your black tanks.
Yeah, well, I use the neoprene, single use gloves. I buy the box of like 100 that I, use and toss. The key is looking in places where like no one else looks for stuff. So everybody's looking for toilet paper over in the grocery section. Go get some toilet paper over in the RV section. It's fully stocked. No one's looked there. It's not that much more expensive than regular toilet paper. And if it can get you toilet paper, then that's a good place to get it. And then for like the gloves, everybody's kind of looking in like the medical sections or the RV sections. I get mine from the paint section in Walmart, paint and hardware, because they're a little bit thicker and they don't bust. So I use the thicker paint gloves. So you can get those at like a Harbor Freight or Ace Hardware or
Home Depot.
Instead of going to Walmart where everybody else is going, go somewhere that not everybody's going, looking for those specific items. Yeah.
Right. And if you really get desperate, like we're about ready to, you can also use the newspaper. I recommend the funny papers because remember that Play-Doh stuff that you used to stick and then pull it off and it'd have the funny papers, right?
Yeah.
The same kind of concept. You could say, honey, check out this cartoon.
It's about Uranus.
It's about Uranus. I don't know how far they go over, but
oh man, that's funny. And
today's headline is
so if you hit too hard of times, I mean, even at the hardware stores, they got like the shop wipes, the rolls, the big blue rolls of shop towels. It's a little rough, but it'll work. They even got like the bag of rags. I mean, seriously, if times gets tough, bag of rags for like $1 for a whole big bag of rags. I mean,
yeah,
I'm fellas, I was in the military. I'll be all right.
Yeah, what I don't recommend, fellas, is using your wife's shirts and cutting them up for rags. Don't do that. That's not recommended for don't use your wife's bra. That's not going to work. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend a pine cone.
No. But I mean, anything that it's kind of like that, it could be a little rough. I mean, you're talking about like paper towels, you're talking about napkins, you're talking about, if they're out there, hey, go to the kids' birthday section, get you a big stack of Dora the Explorer napkins, or Superman or whatever. I mean, anything can work if it gets down to crunch time.
It's getting there. We have 4 rolls left. Our friend went out and found toilet paper, and we actually gave her money to buy us 18 rolls. That's how bad it is out here.
That's insane, man. But hey, look, toilet paper hadn't always been around. They were using Sears and Roebuck back in the day.
Well, that's
So
what I'm saying.
they still have like the thrifty nickels. Those are free newspapers. You open the deal up, you can get the whole stack, man.
Now, if you're gonna, we have a lot of people that are suggesting using organic matter such as leaves and stuff. Remember, folks, if it's spotted leaves, don't use it.
Yeah,
That's a gift that's going to keep on giving.
I'm highly allergic to poison ivy, so that would be a bad deal right there.
And I'm from the city, and I know that. So, yeah, if it's spotted, don't touch it, and you don't want to use it there.
Yeah, you just got to get creative, man.
You do. What you could do is you could always go into McDonald's and steal all their napkins.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of different options to do.
Just, buy a cheeseburger and take the whole stack of napkins.
And
smile and wave as you walk out the door.
You might have a little mustard on your bung there. You'll be all right.
Pressure washer. Mel's saying to use a pressure washer.
Ow.
I don't know what comes out of Mel's area, but that must be a hardcore. That's a man's job down there.
Mel's a funny dude, man. We were hanging out with them. He's cracking all kinds of crazy jokes. He's a funny dude. He comes up with them like that, right off the top of his head too.
Does he? Just kind of. He's like me.
Yeah.
Just out there.
I mean, he's a little prettier than you are.
Well, I'm pretty ugly. I mean, it's hard to wake up in the morning and maintain this.
I imagine. The guy that wore flip-flops to Mississippi in January.
Hey, I wore flip-flops at courtside. If you don't believe me, ask a lot of Living Light RV, ask the traveling Pisces, ask them. Ask Diary of a Family, squirt bottle. So Diary of a Family has got a great idea for a traveling bidet is to fill up a squirt bottle and use that. And you can also drink out of it if you get dehydrated. I would
drink out of it first and then use it as a bidet.
So only you can find content like this on Papa Drew's RV. I'm telling you right now.
Nowhere else on the planet.
No, you're not going to get this anywhere else. Trust me. Slow momentum says gas station. Now, see, slow momentum knows because that guy has been all over creation today. He's out filming as he's driving. His wife's driving the other fifth wheel in front of him, and he's got such a baby truck. It's such a small truck that she was just leaving him in the dust. So he calls her up on the radio saying, "Hey, you're speeding." She calls back and says, "No, your truck's just too small."
Size don't matter.
Size don't matter. That's
so Leslie told me.
I'm still trying to figure out what a lot lizard is, but I'm waiting for slow momentum to get back to me on that. So yeah, he's got a great tip. You should take gas station, use the shower and the toilet paper out of there. Rent yourself a hotel room, steal all the toilet paper out of there.
Hey, if it gets too expensive, it might be cheaper to go rent a hotel for the night and take a couple rolls, man. If it gets out of hand. I don't think it's. I think this thing's going to trend down. I hope it does anyway. I hope it just kind of fades off into the night and we kind of forget about this deal. Hopefully it go away as fast as it came.
It's going to peter.
I hope so. Yeah.
Peter out.
I don't know. I just want. I don't want to minimize. We're sitting here joking around and stuff, but I don't want to minimize. People to take precautions and stuff, because I mean it could potentially turn into something way more serious. But like we said before, if you're one of those people who are immune compromised, or you have an underlying health condition, or if you have loved ones who have those, you got to take bigger precautions than everybody else. But if you are a middle-aged, healthy person, no issues, even if you get this, you're gonna be okay.
You're going to beat it. And see, I think the thing that Dustin and I are coming on here, we're having fun talking about it and everything. And I think that this is kind of the the light it should be in. We need to take it serious. We've talked about how to prevent it, how to stop the spread, what you do to keep yourself healthy. But these are all common sense stuff. You shouldn't have people come on here and tell you how to be hygienic, and I think it helps when people see us kind of having a good time on here and kind of talking back and forth. I think it eases some of the fear that the media's hyped up and made it like, oh my God, it's all going to hit the fan. And I don't really think it's going to. I think it's going to peak, and I think it's going to come down real quick. And that's kind of what and I'm not an expert. I could be 100% wrong. Send all the hate mail to Dustin, please. The link's down below. But
they're saying that a lot lizard is trucker slang for women that walk from truck to truck, like ladies of the evening.
Oh, so they deliver food.
Yeah, and toilet paper.
And toilet. Wow. We need some lot lizards over here.
I mean, you could actually, if you wanted to secure a lot lizard for the evening, you could probably now pay in toilet paper.
I mean, if it gets bad enough, you might be able to do that.
It's going to become currency.
You're going to pay. I'm waving this around, but right now I really need this.
There's so many. There's so many memes going around now. It's crazy.
Precious. My precious.
Oh man. And so here's another tip. Like, you don't got to use like wads and wads of toilet paper. We in the RV community know this because it backs up our systems. So we are conservative with how much we use in a single sitting, no pun intended. But there are people out there who just, for one little thing in the throat. There's a whole wad of toilet paper that's gone. So just, be conservative too.
Yeah, because you know what happens when you're not conservative? You end up with a Papa Drew story.
Yeah, a poo pyramid.
I can't believe I've done some of the stuff that I've done. Nobody's can believe some of the stuff I've done. But you know what? Living Light RV, they filmed it.
They filmed what?
The
lizard?
No. We shall never speak of that on camera. That shall never come out on camera.
I don't think that YouTube's going to monetize that.
I don't think YouTube's going to monetize me ever. But anyway, so anybody else have any concerns out there? Is anybody freaking out? Does anybody need any Prozac?
Sure. Take 2. I'll trade you 2 Prozac for a roll of toilet paper.
It's going to be the new currency. Take one piece, put it in a hole, and send.
Oh yeah, that's the old army trick right there.
I don't know. Should we show that? Is that acceptable to
your channel, man? I just moderate.
I don't know what to do. Can I? There we go. There we go. That's funny.
Full-time dream. That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah,
so all right. Well, how many we have in the house? We have 25 in the house. Yeah. If you haven't subscribed to Wayward Wags, this is how he is, even his videos. This is how he is on my live chats and on his live chats that he does once a month, right?
Yeah, second Thursday of every month, generally speaking, unless we have a special something going on.
And it's just a treat to watch them. Every time their video comes out, I stop what I'm doing, get myself a cup of coffee and a bib, and then I watch his videos.
I was getting ready to say, Angie doesn't even drink coffee during our videos anymore, from what you've told us, because she's end up all over the place.
She spit coffee across the living room onto the wall.
That was the Uranus video,
that was the Uranus video.
So, man.
If you haven't seen the Uranus video, go over there and check it out on Dustin's channel and Leslie's channel, because it's awesome.
Yeah, we do have a lot of fun, and we're hoping this thing doesn't hinder our plans, because we have a bunch of cool stuff planned to coming up in the future. Once we get over to the Fort Walton Beach area, like I said, across the Gulf, we are planning to head north up to Niagara Falls and hang out there a little bit for the summertime. But we'll just kind of have to hang out and see what happens with all this virus stuff and see how it does with the school situation, and hopefully it won't impact us financially enough to where we don't have to change our plans.
Yeah. And if I lost my train of thought, I did a marine thing. I was thinking about eating crayons. There's a lot, there's a lot of great creators in here, and about 90% of the channel in here is creators. So if you are not friends with somebody in here, go check them out and stuff. We're not doing a sub for sub thing, but go check them out. There's a lot of cool people in here and stuff, and they're awesome. So, just have fun with it. I highly recommend checking out Dustin and Leslie Wayward Wags. And they do a really cool thing with vets. Now, I'm trying to get monetized. That's why we're doing these great live streams, which I really appreciate. 27 in the house and watching, and it's been an hour. I have plans for this channel, and what I kind of talked to Dustin with is once I get monetized, I'm going to give my super chats over to Dustin. So if I get super chats and stuff, I want to give them over to Dustin and Leslie so they can go ahead and donate those.
Yeah, we really appreciate that.
Yeah, well, it's for vets, and we're both vets.
Yeah, when we go live, 100% of our super chat goes toward donating to a veteran organization or a vet in need or a family member of a veteran in need. So anything like that comes from another source, another channel, or from you, from your super chats, 100% of that will go directly to those veteran organizations. We don't keep any of that.
So I want to give all my super chat money over to Dustin. So if you guys can help me get monetized by running my playlist and stuff at night, I would appreciate that because I really want to give back. The next thing I want to do for the channel is I want to give 25% of the earnings on regular videos and stuff that we get. I want to have so you can pick a charity of your choice that we're going to donate to. Angie and I don't need money. We do pretty well. So I want to give back to the community. So if it's like I always donate to Make-A-Wish, we donate cars and stuff to Make-A-Wish for the kids, stuff, charities like that and stuff. And then the next part of the pie here is 25% on what we make other than the super chats. I want to save up and have giveaways, so GoPros and drones and that kind of stuff to the family members of people who are actually watching the videos and stuff. And then the next piece of the pie is help me pay for like my epidemic sound and stuff like that, so I can kind of have YouTube kind of take care of itself.
Yes, for us, the rest of the money kind of goes toward maintenance, websites, the royalty free music that we use on our, because we don't want to sound like everybody else, and so we want it to be unique and to get into places that we normally couldn't get into that might cost a little more. We use that money that we make on our platforms to get into those so that we can show those cool things on our channel, and so it generates more views, which generates more money, which gives money to more vets. It's a cool cycle that we got going on. We're really excited about what we're doing on our YouTube channel, and for everybody who's helped out, we appreciate that. Everybody that's in here tonight. For all of you who are first responders, firefighters, EMS, police, for all of you who are currently serving, thank you for your service. Those of you who have served and are veterans, thank you for your service and sacrifice. I know we say it and it sounds the same every time, but I genuinely mean it the same every single time I say it. It comes from the heart. Generally appreciate what you do, because without your service, we could not do what we do and live the lifestyle that we live. So thank you for the freedom to be able to do that.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. And I dig what you're doing. That's why I want to donate to you and keep you going and doing what you're doing over there, because you do a lot of research. You know where the money's going to go, and it's really going to go to the right people. And I think that's going to be a good thing. Right now, I was Bruce asked me how many hours I'm at. I'm at 1,900. I'm at 2,100 2,100 hours or whatever it is. I don't know. I need to get to 4,000 hours and then I can get monetized. I'm a little bit past halfway on that. So if you can run the playlists, do that, that'd really help me out. I really want to thank everybody for pushing me and us and the community over 1,000 subs. That was really cool that everybody came together and helped us out there to do that. So we will be doing live streams on location. I'd like to do a live stream sitting on the beach somewhere.
Yeah,
That would be cool. And show you guys some of that stuff. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to do live streams on the drone. So as I'm flying the drone around, you guys can all sit inside the drone and watch me fly you into a wall.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So if we can get the other half of this going, we can really do some good. And I'd like to give away some GoPros and some drones and stuff, and maybe put them into a hand of another creator that can make some awesome content out there. Or just record your memories for your family and stuff. You don't even have to put it on YouTube, so
that's
that
kind
would
of how
be
the whole deal started in the first place, and it kind of just rolled from there. And before we were monetized, we started just honoring vets at the end of our video because we didn't have any money to give away. We keep doing that, and then we got monetized. It kind of rolled into giving money away to vets because, like you and Angie, we're not hurting for money. We do pretty well. We have predictable income every month because I'm retired military. So we're like, hey, man, let's give some of that money away. It's just cool. And it's just, we want to show people too, not only to help the veteran organization, we want to show people that the world is not broken, people. There are good people out there doing good things. They're legitimately helping people for the right reasons.
Yeah. Nope, we got it. I mean, I look at it this way: YouTube is just fun for us, and if I can give back using YouTube, absolutely. I'd like to go out and plant 200 million trees and be part of that, dude. Awesome. I have a green. Well, pretty soon I'll have a brown thumb, but right now I can have a green thumb.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're at 1 hour and 6 minutes. We're gonna go back live on Sunday. I got to get my butt in front of this computer and do some editing. We have coming up. We are taking Cleo to class next Saturday to teach our Great Dane how to swim.
Wow.
Because she is going to try and compete in being a dock diving dog. And I don't know if you all know what that is, but we're going to try and teach Cleo how to jump for distance. And bring everybody along. So it'll be really interesting to see a Great Dane go sprinting down a runway and jump off of a dock into a giant pool for distance. So we got that coming up, and we're going to film that and document that journey.
Cool.
But other than that, we have 23 in the house. I appreciate everybody coming here, and I'd like to give a special thanks to Dustin and Leslie, even though Leslie was on
it's always fun with you. Anytime people don't see it a lot, but we talk a lot on the phone and we hang out, behind the scenes a lot and have a lot of deep conversations about RVing and YouTube and all kinds of cool stuff. But it's always cool to be live with you and hang out in person and get to hang out with some of your tribe because you got some cool folks on here watching tonight.
Yeah, you guys have awesome community. You guys are great, and I appreciate everything you do. Keep being you, brother, because I dig it. All right. Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. We're 1 hour and 8 minutes. You guys rock. We're going to call it a night. Be safe. Wash your hands. Stop buying toilet paper in bulk. Bye.